Marcus was a man who worked late nights at a warehouse on the edge of town. Every evening, he'd walk the same dark route home, past abandoned buildings and empty lots. One cold November night, Marcus spotted something moving near a dumpster. It was a dog, but not the kind you'd want to pet. This animal was filthy, covered in mud and who knows what else. Its fur was matted, it smelled terrible, and it looked like it hadn't eaten in days. Most people would have crossed the street, and honestly, Marcus almost did. But something stopped him. Maybe it was the way the dog looked at him, not aggressive, just desperate and afraid. Marcus sighed, pulled out the sandwich he'd saved for later, and tossed half of it to the dog. The dog devoured it instantly. "You're a mess, aren't you?" Marcus said softly. He couldn't take the dog home that night, but he came back the next evening with food, and the night after that, and the one after that. Each time, the dog waited for him. Marcus named him Rusty. Hold on, before we continue, do me a favor. If you're enjoying this story, hit that subscribe button right now. Trust me, you'll want to hear how this ends. Subscribed? Good. Let's continue. After 2 weeks of feeding Rusty, Marcus decided to do more. He brought soap, a brush, and spent an hour cleaning the poor animal in an empty parking lot. Rusty didn't resist. It was like he knew Marcus was trying to help. Now here's where everything changes. 3 nights later, Marcus was walking his usual route home when 3 men stepped out from the shadows. One had a knife. They wanted his wallet, his phone, everything. Marcus froze. His heart pounded. He was trapped. But then, out of nowhere, a furious barking erupted from the darkness. Rusty came charging in, teeth bared, snarling like a wolf. The dog positioned himself between Marcus and the attackers, absolutely fearless. The men hesitated. One of them tried to kick Rusty, but the dog was too quick, snapping at his leg. The fierce loyalty and aggression spooked them completely. "Forget this, man, let's go," one of them shouted. They ran. Marcus stood there, shaking, as Rusty calmed down and walked over to him, tail wagging gently. The same dirty dog he'd shown kindness to had just saved his life. From that night on, Rusty wasn't a stray anymore. Marcus took him home, gave him a real bath, proper food, and a warm bed. But more than that, he gained a loyal friend who'd proven that kindness is never wasted. So here's the lesson. The smallest act of compassion can come back to you in ways you never expect. That dirty, forgotten dog became a hero because someone chose kindness when they could have walked away. If this story touched you, do 2 things for me. First, subscribe to this channel so you never miss stories like this. And second, drop a comment telling me about a time kindness made a difference in your life. I read every single one.